do, do. Looking out my back door. Okay, let me make a post. We are running behind. Do, do, do. Looking out my back door. Don't know why that's in my head. Just got home from bed. Lock the front door, oh boy. Oh, I can hear myself. Man, I hate autocorrect. It's always making me look stupid. Do, do, do. Add the link. And then I gotta make it pink, which is always, it's kind of a dangerous thing on Tumblr because Tumblr mobile editing is just, it'll turn everything pink or it'll turn everything bold. Like I can't just bold or edit certain things for some reason. And I might only be talking to myself when I edit this out later. I've been watching. Okay, I don't want to add anything else to that. We're gonna put that on the communities thing too, just real quick. Okay, the link is up. Oh my god. Headphones make me weird with my hair. I'm like, it kind of makes it look flat. Then I get all. Ugh. Today we're doing Jessa, but I see Morgan and Paul just uploaded something too. We'll try to ignore that, even though I am curious. God, it freaking YouTube and their goddamn targeted ads is always throwing my shit out there. Baby Senewald number 4. Yeah, we're like 2 babies past that by now. Alrighty. Oh, give it just a minute. I'm running behind. My stupid computer had updates, of course, because it's Microsoft. They gotta update every week, it feels like. And I am not used to iPads yet. I had a Mac for a while. I feel like a boomer a little bit when I'm using the Mac. I even had a Samsung thing for a minute, like a Samsung tablet. Oh my God, I can hear myself. It's gonna chit chit. Okay. All right, we got that up. I'm running behind enough that I'll go ahead and we'll just get her started here because I gotta get ready to leave tomorrow. But I do want to know what the hell she's up to. I do want to know. So we'll get you started here, Jess. I almost called her Jessica. I don't know if anybody in these parts is aware of King Cobra JFS, but I've been catching up on King Cobra JFS and his very insane girlfriend Jessica Boyle, so the name Jessica is on the brain. Oh, not yet. Hold on.
Hi guys.
Okay. Let me just make sure I can see the chat real quick. Okay. See the chat? There we go. Here we go. All right, Jessa, what's going on with you?
I feel like I have been MIA on this platform for quite
You have. It's been like a year,
a
I think.
while. I think the last video we posted was early last summer. So I just wanted to hop on here and give y'all sort of a life update, let you know some things that have been going on
Also, I haven't looked at my lipstick. Hopefully, it doesn't look
in our
crazy
life and kind of just share
in like a
what's
couple
keeping us
hours.
busy these days and some of our current routine. Since last summer, some exciting things have happened in my family. A couple of my siblings
Oh, shit. Oh, what was that first one? What's her
got
name?
married. One of Ben's siblings got married. And so there've been lots of weddings, and that's
Doesn't
been super
matter,
fun
but
just getting to see family from out of town. In November, we found out that we are expecting, and so we
in
are overjoyed. We're
November.
so excited. Summer 2025 cannot get here soon enough. We are looking forward to meeting
Summer. I mean, that's right around the corner, so that's
this
coming up.
sweet little one that God has blessed us with. This past November, our oldest, Spurgeon, he turned 9 years old, and I
Oh
cannot
my
believe he has gotten here already.
God.
Time is
Spurgeon. My namesake on Tumblr, Spurgie,
flying by.
is
Also in November, Ben
9.
and I celebrated 10 years of marriage, which is so hard to believe. I cannot believe we've been married an entire decade. And then in December, our baby
I'm not crying because I'm emotional. There's allergy stuff. Still, even last week, this was a problem, and it's still a problem. The weather's changing, and there's allergens in the air, and my eyes have been watering like crazy. Just in case you see me going like, ugh. But I can't believe Spurgeon is almost a decade old. Holy moly. My Tumblr URL, Spurgie Cousin, comes from when he was a toddler, and Jill Dillard used to tell her kids, "Oh, it's Spurgie Cousin," when they would visit them.
George, he turned 1 year old. We celebrated his first
Totally forgot about that kid.
birthday with family, and that was so much fun. So that's a little catching you up to speed where we are in life. I just want to share a couple of things about our current routine and some things that we're doing.
Yeah,
First of
let's
all,
hear
in
it.
2024, a huge shift for me was that I started working out. And so when I was 6 weeks postpartum, that would have been February, I started with a workout program with a personal trainer and a workout app. And that has been so helpful for me. First time I've ever been consistent with sticking with a workout routine.
I was just gonna say, girl, I wish I could be on that grind. All the Fendi girls are like 4 a.m. workout people. That'll never be me. It'll never be me. I just know it
And
won't.
all of that. And I've just felt so much better, like my health and more invigorated and more energy and all the things. Not to mention when I'm working out, I feel like I don't want to waste all that work. And so I also am more motivated to eat well and snack well. So I've been keeping up with that. And actually, in this pregnancy, this is the first time that I
I can't keep track of the new spouses either, out of breath. I truly can't. The kids and the spouses are both like at a point where I just cannot keep them straight. And hopefully, if I'm trying to remember something, I usually just post it on Reddit or Tumblr and like, hey, who is this?
have
Please
ever
remind me somebody.
really worked out in pregnancy. And so that's been going well. I definitely slacked off in the first trimester. Didn't have a ton of energy, was very tired, didn't feel good, was sick, nauseous. But once I hit the second trimester, tried to dive
Slacked off. You were in the first trimester of pregnancy. I don't think you probably just didn't feel
back
good.
into that. And so I'm on about 2 months now of working out pretty consistently. Not 5 days a week like I was doing, it's more like 3 days a week, but
5 days
still,
is
it's better than
amazing.
nothing. And I'm happy to be able to stick with that routine. Something that
3 days is amazing. Like that's great. You have six going on 6 kids now, and you can work out consistently 3 days a week, girl.
I
That's
also started changing
above
this
and
last
beyond, in
year
my
in
opinion.
2024 was trying to get in a routine of waking up before my kiddos. So I've never been great at that. For one, I usually end up having like a nursing baby in bed in the mornings, and it's kind of a slow start to the day. Rarely have I been up and had my morning going before my kiddos. I'm not even really sure how it all started, but I just know that one week I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up, and I started getting up about an hour before my kids. There have definitely been days or even weeks at a time where I've fallen back out of this pattern, but it's something that I actually have enjoyed and look forward to. And so it's something that I'm always trying to get back into. So yeah, wake up an hour before the kids, and this is my time to have kind of that me time, quiet time, time to get in the word, read my Bible. And I also have
That's another thing they all do before like 6 a.m. is they work out and they have Bible time. It's like good for you, go for it. I'm so proud of you. It'll never be me. Like not that I'm going to be reading
a
the Bible, but
stack of books beside my bed that are just books I'm trying
oh,
to work through. So I'll also spend maybe
the Chad Drake girl. Not Drack It Girl, Drake It Girl. Got it.
15 or 20 minutes just reading from one of these other books that are in my book list, and I can share some of those titles with you. I'm reading several different books right now from several different categories. One is sort of just a spiritual encouragement type of book. It's titled Consider the Lilies, and this has been a great book. It's on the topic of anxiety and worry.
That's a really familiar title. That's I don't know why though. Is it like in the Funnyverse somewhere, or have I just heard of it? I don't know.
And approaching that from a biblical perspective. This has been
Oh,
excellent. I'm reading through
okay.
this with another lady from my church, and we're meeting together once a week on a Tuesday afternoon and just discussing what we're learning from that. So that's been awesome. Another title I've been reading is Growing Together, and this is a book on mentorship and discipleship. And so it's also super helpful just for cultivating deeper relationships with women in my life. And the third book that I'm reading is a homeschooling book called Know and Tell. And so as my kids are reading their history and their literature and whatnot, this is just helpful for them to be able to retell to me what they're learning and to ensure that they're really grasping it and getting a good handle on the curriculum. This morning time has really been game changer.
That's that's something I would like to do. I would like to make more time for reading. In the morning, she's reading 3 books every morning and working out with 6 kids, and I'm not doing anything at
For
that
me,
time
I don't feel like I'm
besides
in a
lying
rush.
down.
I have plenty of time to just be in the Word and refresh my soul before my day gets started. If I'm really on my A game, I'll also try to get my workout done before the kids are up. I will say that doesn't always happen. A lot of times I'm doing
Girl,
that
that's
over
never
nap time
happening
in the
here.
afternoon. One of my favorite things about my workout time, it usually lasts about 25 to 35 minutes. I can't say that I always feel like working out, but one big motivator in that is I always love the content that I get to take in during my workout. Sometimes I'll turn on an audiobook. Usually it's a podcast. And my favorite podcast right now is the Now That We're a Family podcast.
Oh
And I
God.
can put a link to that below. But I
God, I mean, that's fine, whatever. It's just like, is there any other content or is there anything else that you consume that isn't just related to having kids and the Bible? Like, is there, it really feels like you have to have some kind of other escape besides just constantly listening and reading to things that are about having kids, raising kids, and the Bible. It's like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It seems like a lot of these girls are the same. The only content they consume is something related to family planning or family raising, Bible stuff, Bible study, and very rarely is there anything just for fun, like fantasy or eat. Like, I don't know. I know they can't do anything magic or reality TV or anything like that, but I don't know. They like Gilmore Girls, something like that. I don't know.
love
What's her face from the Collingsworth family
their
likes Gilmore
content.
Girls
They're just
anyway.
such an awesome couple. I love their relationship. I
Are
love their
they?
energy. I love how they interact with one another. They're so sweet. It's really cool because they're in a very similar
Yeah, history in humongous air
season
quotes.
of life to my husband and I. And so as
If you work out 3 days a week, I mean, you're ahead of me too.
they're talking through things,
That's
their
great.
kids are about the same ages, and I'm just able to process a lot of things that are going on in our own life, in our own home, a lot of questions or things that I am already thinking through. A couple other podcasts that I really enjoy is the M is for Mama podcast
Oh
and
no.
also the Church and Family Life podcast. And so I'll link those below as well. Lots of great content. I love having a couple
Again, just like nothing, like, not that you, it's weird to be listening to that while you're working out or doing something, but isn't there anything else that you get like a break from constantly having to think of, you know, what are the kids doing next? Bible. What are the kids doing next? Bible. Like it just seems so repetitive. And for me personally, I would need something else that I could take a brain break from all of this because I can imagine trying to plan 5, almost 6 kids, daily schedules and homeschooling and everything like that is extremely stressful and takes a lot of energy. And I would just need, I would need a breakup in the content for me personally.
different options at my fingertips that I can easily just scroll through and pick something that's interesting to me.
Also, both of those podcasts are, unless you're a fundamentalist Christian, they're bleh.
And it kind of motivates me as I'm doing my workout. Okay, so now for a little bit of like our weekly routine. I will say we are busier now in this season than we've ever been as far as like
I can imagine.
going and doing. Usually on Sundays, it's a very full day just with church.
Yeah, that's Joy likes Gilmore Girls too. I've seen quite a few fundies who are into Gilmore Girls for whatever reason, which is kind of interesting to me because Gilmore Girls can be a little racy by their standards. So I'm a big fan. Um, Gilmore Girls and The Office are two things I've noticed make their way around the fundy circuit about 15 or 20 years after their original relevancy. But I mean, something, you gotta have something. That the Collingsworth girl I was talking about earlier, she also just likes like Hallmark stuff and, you know, maybe like corny soap opera kind of things, which no judgment, I like, but she like she's open about posting, when she watched that and like being excited. And she's like one of the only people besides maybe Joy that I've ever seen talk about, and some of the Bates kids. Some of the Bates kids have talked about The Office or something too, but like Jessa never talks about anything just fun that she does for herself very often. It's like, give yourself a break, girl.
Church and all of that. Mondays, we're usually going to my family's in the evening for family night and hanging out with all of the cousins and aunts and uncles. My kids love that
That's
time. It's
nice.
such a fun time for them. Tuesdays, our boys are a part of the Trail Life program. It's kind of like Boy Scouts. And so they have their Trail Life meetings on Tuesday nights.
Is that like the alt-right Boy Scouts, or am I thinking of something else? But
And they thoroughly enjoy this. They're always telling me about something new that they learned, showing me how to tie a new knot with their paracord or something like that.
oh, that's right, because all the fundies ditched the Boy Scouts when they started being more inclusive for children. It like whatever if you want to do the more alt-right Boy Scouts, but I can't, if I ever have kids one day, I cannot wait to put them in Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. Good for Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts programs for being inclusive.
So they have really
And yes, The Office. The Bates have been the only ones who I've seen talk about it that I can remember. And one Collingsworth girl, the same Olivia is her name. She's posted about it. I've never seen any of the Duggars post about it, to be fair. They seem to, I don't know if they watch a lot of stuff like that, but if they do, they keep it very much on the down low.
enjoy being a part of this activity. And it's really cool because it's something that they get to do with Ben. They're getting that great father son
Oh, this is gonna get me worked up. This is gonna get me worked. I'm gonna try not to rant. This is gonna get me worked. Look at Ben in this picture. He looks like it's not the outfit necessarily, although the Boy Scout outfits are way better than whatever the hell this is going on. But Ben, just his face here looks so silly. So they look like mall cops. But support the Boy Scouts. I think they support the Boy Scouts if they like. I think they are accepting trans children and accepting children, queer children of any kind. If they aren't, and I'm mistaken about that, if somebody's watching this in the future and like typing furiously in the comments, uh, then never mind and forget everything I just said.
bonding time, which is so special for them.
That looks
On
so
Wednesdays, we
silly.
have started back with swim lessons. The boys are both very proficient swimmers. They're good at that. And so they aren't doing swim lessons this year, but both of the girls are in swim lessons. So we're back at that.
Good
Wednesday
for
and
them.
Thursday mornings, one of our kiddos has speech therapy. And so we're taking them to that. And then Fridays is piano lessons.
That's actually really good. Like, speech therapy was something that was looked down upon, even at my church when I grew up. Like, a lot of people, my husband had speech therapy. He didn't go to my church, he went to a different one. But a lot of people did not do it for whatever reason. I don't know what God would have against speech therapy, but people did have a thing against it, so that's great.
So at the beginning of this last school semester in August, our three oldest kids started taking piano lessons and they are loving it. It's been so much fun to see their enthusiasm as they're picking up on it. I can tell certain ones are very good at playing by ear, and so they're always trying to pick out a tune on the piano.
I want to say Trail Life is like the alt right answer to, or the Christian nationalist answer to the Boy Scouts being more inclusive, but I could be wrong. It's been a minute since I've looked into
Anyway,
all
all that
that.
to say, I know I made a video last year, and I was talking about how all my kids were in
Their outfits suck.
swim, and this was like our one big outing of the week, and how I didn't like leaving the house more than one day a week if I didn't have to for just like extracurricular stuff, but life gets busy. And so now literally every weekday we are
With 5 kids, you're not trying to leave the house more than one day a week for extracurriculars with 5 small children.
having to leave the house for something, and that's fine. It's just the season that we're in, and I hope it doesn't last too long.
Maybe I was talking when she said, maybe she's like, when I had one baby.
I do love being home. But anyway, with all that busyness, I feel like we've tried to be more creative this year to find those moments to come together as a family and to connect. And usually the most organic way to do that is just to connect over mealtime, to make that more of an affair, more of an ordeal. And so we have tried to get a little more fancy with our breakfasts and our dinners. And so we don't hit every single morning. I would say we get breakfast together most mornings as a family. And so that has been a blessing. We've kind of shifted our family devotions to mornings.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, me and my family never ate breakfast together. It is interesting to me, though, if you don't have school to worry about and you don't have like an office job, why that would be difficult if that's something you're trying to do. I mean, morning sucks regardless. I'm not a morning person, so maybe it's just difficult for everybody, but it is interesting to me that if that's something you want to do and nobody's going to brick and mortar school or work, you know,
So when we're
why
together
that wouldn't
around the
be
breakfast
achievable.
table after everybody's eaten, then we'll open up the Bible and read. And usually we'll do some of our catechism and hymn sing and scripture.
And the catechism, the fundy adoption of catechisms is so interesting to me because I never had heard of catechisms until I met or was close with a Catholic person. And now the fundies are adopting catechisms and they're reading catechisms. So that's interesting to me.
And all that kind of stuff around the breakfast
Founders Ministries, I'm going to make a note of that real quick.
table. And that's just helped us to
Look
really
into
get
it
that
later.
time in and for it not to get lost, because I feel like we used to try to do that after dinner, but we aren't always having dinner together every single night. And so then we've been missing more days.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Reading the chat for future people, I have a client who identified as female at birth, and she was in the scouts for six. Oh, was identified female at birth. Sorry, not she. They were in the scouts for 6 years. They came out as genderqueer 2 years ago, and they are a manager at Scout Summer Camp. That's great. I mean, kids are going to encounter people who are different than them in every way you can conceive of, like gender, sexuality, skin color. Like, why would it be trying to say this in a not rude way? Because the fundies have really got me worked up over the last couple of days. Why would it not be beneficial for your kids to know how to interact with different kinds of people? But, that's a rant for another day. But good for the scouts. I'm glad that's true. And what was I doing? Oh, I was making a note of founder
Of family
ministries to look
devotions.
into
And
that.
so having it around the breakfast table has just helped us to incorporate that and make it a little easier to hit most days of the week. So that's been a blessing. Growing up, both of our families had pretty big numbers. And so a lot of times I feel like that we
Yours
have,
especially.
big dishes and big pots. So you're just kind of serving food off, buffet style. And I feel like that can make for a lot of running back and forth from the table, because by the time I sit down to eat, well, so one of the kids is done. And can I have seconds of this? And then you're running back and forth. Something that we've tried to do more of is actually putting the food into a
Also, I'm sure you guys can tell I don't have my hair down a lot because I'm always going like, get the fuck out of
serving
my.
dish. And I know it creates more dishes, makes a little bit more of a mess, but putting the food on the table and getting to practice passing the dishes around. The kids absolutely love it. They feel so fancy doing this. They're like, are we gonna have one of our fancy dinners? And that basically just means serving the food from the table. We actually got some new
Also, Trinitarian Christian, I'm going to make a note of that
dinner
too.
plates
I want to
and
look
some
that up.
fancier silverware. And so those are the ones that we use for our family meals around the table, and the kids absolutely love it. We have an untraditional day for our weekend. I feel like Monday is our family day. It's Ben's day off of work. He works Tuesday through Sunday. I guess one of the perks about having Monday off is if we ever go out and do something as a family, like if we go to the park, it's not crowded, or if we go to a coffee shop or a restaurant, usually the crowds are at a minimum, which is nice.
It is after the first Jess's first girl. My mind just goes blank when it comes to her children. So seeing like the George and then Fern, I believe is the other young one. It's just like I don't remember
I
you
feel
at
like when you go
all.
out with a big family on a Friday or Saturday, it can take forever to get a table for 7 people. And so it is nice that on
Outback, we
Mondays,
love
generally,
Outback.
everything is not very busy. So that's been a blessing. But I will say it has been an adjustment for me. We've been on this routine now for a while. This is not new to us. We've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years, taking Mondays off as our family day. It really threw me when we started doing it though, because growing up, I was just accustomed to my dad would take off Saturdays and that was our family day. We would do fun stuff together, go on bike rides or go to the park or whatever, go get ice cream. And so in my mind, it's so
Well, your dad did not have an employer, for one. And but another rant I could do, which I won't because I'm trying to save time here, is how my federal employee husband used to be able to take off those days too, and now he can't because of Trump and Elon. So thanks for that, Jessa. Thanks for that vote.
ingrained. Like I wake up on Monday and I know that it's like our family day, it's
Another
Wednesday
rant.
off, but I would think that it was Saturday. And so I have to share a funny story. One Monday, I woke up and I was like, all right, kids, it's the weekend. Let's go to the playground. So we went down the street to a school playground, totally in my mind. I literally 100% thought it was Saturday. And I saw some cars out in the parking lot and I was like, oh, maybe they're just having some type of a meeting or something like that. So the kids were out on the playground. This must have been 4 years ago. I think I had 3 kiddos at the time. And they were all playing on the playground, having a great time. And all of a sudden, I saw the doors open and kids rush out for recess. And then it hit me in that second. I was like, oh my goodness, this is Monday. Kids are literally in school. And so I had to grab my kids so fast and hightail it out of there. I was mortified. To my credit, I have not made the same mistake twice, but I was so embarrassed. I was like, how could I literally think this was Saturday?
I don't think you should be embarrassed. I lived in a small town and people did that all the time. We would always run into kids and their parents usually took them away as we came out, but they never were
Anyway,
like, "Oh
that's
my
how
God, I'm so
crazy it
sorry."
is whenever you switch your weekend to
People would walk down there because it was like the only playground in the few
a
neighborhoods that were
weekday. I
around there.
called Ben right away and I was like, you will never believe. I was so embarrassed,
It's
but
not
we all
that
had a good laugh.
embarrassing.
So that's it, kind of like our weekly routine and just pattern. And I would like to do another video soon, specifically just like a baby update video, talking about the pregnancy, how all of that's going, birth plan, and if we're gonna do a gender reveal and all those things. Stay tuned for that video coming up soon. But I'm gonna wrap this one up here, so I will catch y'all next time.
All right, girl.
I
See
think I just won
ya.
my taxes.
Oh yeah?
I just switched from TurboTax to H&R Block.
Okay, well, she didn't really talk much about baby number six or pregnancy. I mean, what could she say? She's pregnant. It's the sixth time, you know? I guess that's really all the update she can give. Um, it's funny that her last like pinned video was from 3 years ago. It was baby number four. That's honestly, go at whatever pace you want. It's not none of my business, but she has been really churning them out. This must have been George, baby Q&A. I'm just looking through her videos just out of curiosity. Oh, she has a 7 months ago. I don't know when that is mentally, but I don't know. I I don't think I'm gonna watch any more of Jessa. She is kind of boring. No offense, Jessa. All of them, all the Duggars are for whatever reason. I don't know. Oh, Jana's got one. That's all I advertise. So if you don't want to stick around for anything else, I'm just checking something, checking the Fundy video feed here. See what the heck is that? What is this? Oh, that's an AI. That's an AI Austin. Oh my God. That's an AI Joy too. That is ridiculous. I almost want to report that. That is so fake. That is something weird about YouTube, especially. They'll make videos with completely fake headlines and then they'll create fake thumbnails. And I had never experienced that until Fundy Stuff. So, well, I'll be gone all weekend. I'm not gonna be able to watch it.
Let's just put it this way.
Also, if you're watching and you don't want to stick around for this, please feel free to leave. I have like a weekly catch up on Fundy YouTube videos, and it's usually on live. I don't watch them very often, and I'm going to be gone for a few days, so I'm just going to watch this. And if anybody wants to watch, they can. But if you don't want to watch, I completely understand. Paul and Morgan are the worst. I have no idea why I feel compelled to watch them, but I
Things
do.
in the Olliges household have been perfect
It's crazy.
over the last couple weeks.
Everyone's pooping regularly.
Yes.
No one's thrown a fit, not a single fit.
No fit?
No tears have been
Ugh,
shed
they're driving me crazy.
from our 2-year-old or 9-month-old. It's crazy.
It would be an undersell to say that it was bliss 24/7 because it's literally beyond that.
Well, we know it's not that because you guys talk about it constantly.
Good morning, vlog.
I think it's like it gets out some rage watching Fundy Stuff for me. I get to, especially if I get to do it on live, I get to just like rant and like really, it's therapeutic in a way.
Great to see you guys. Morgan, good morning. It's a big weekend this morning. Lots going on. Family coming into town, and it is.
That being said, though, I do have to
weekend,
be.
baby.
Oh, not another tournament, another pickleball tournament. So Morgan, that's good that Morgan wasn't scared out of the last one, but I need to talk less during this one because I need this one to go by faster. I am gonna go pee real quick. BRB.
Morgan is playing. I will be playing. I will be going into this particular tournament as around a 4th seed. Morgan, we're not really sure.
Bottom, whatever the bottom seed is.
No. So we're expecting some big upsets and some big wins today. Morgan's Poison Ivy. How is it going, babe?
I was very itchy last night, but you can't really see it as much today. So that's good.
Good.
But
It's been a journey. I feel bad for you, baby. The kids are feeling good. We're eating our healthy breakfast of protein bagels and berries. Oh, good bump club. Luca, where are we going? You little monkey. We're loading up to head over to the pickleball facility right now. I'm not playing yet. Morgan's not playing yet, but funny enough, we are part of...
My dad, his dad, they're going down.
Yeah, we are part of 2 pickleball families, and our dads will be facing off today in one of the greatest rivalries of our generation. All right, guys, hair is fixed, and I'm locking in. Little morning routine I started doing, spinach. I gotta be pounding the greens.
so me, Luca, and Judah are in the car waiting on Polly. Daddy is slower than us. We're fast. And then we have time to just sit in the car and do makeup. Ends up working out pretty good, I'd say. He has arrived. Fashionably late, as always.
Dad, come in here, Daddy.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, that's awesome. So, Morgan has been getting a little bit of heat on some of her, well, one particular reel that she posted. It's one where it ends up and the guy says, this remarkable creature is slow and deaf and blind. And Morgan's referring to her husband. And people were saying, that's disrespectful. Shouldn't talk that way about your husband, but the reality is I'm very slow. And so it's funny.
I was just speaking the truth.
There is truth. There is
I'm wearing a denim like midi dress, and I don't know, the big thighs but girls will relate. I have to like, if I'm sitting, it just is more comfortable to have the bottom unbuttoned. So hopefully you did not see my underwear.
oftentimes truth behind our reels, or at least elements, specks, tiny specks of truth.
Oh, that one was ginormous, y'all.
Morgan, have we found?
I think Paul especially is so desperate to be seen as authentic and real by his YouTube and Instagram audience. And the only reason I feel like I know that is because he reeks of it. He reeks of wanting to seem like that, but he doesn't. And I don't know how else
A
to
good
explain that, but
resolve
that's
since our last two videos, and our last one ended up feeling a little bleak. Have we found a good middle ground? Are we okay to keep being real in our vlogs, or did we decide we were
and if you have to keep saying it, you have to keep saying it. It's like, is
gonna
it
be
true?
shallow?
Yeah, we decided that we're gonna start being really
Shallow. Okay.
fake and lying to you guys about everything.
Think,
This was a mistake. This was a
dude,
mistake
yeah,
to watch Paul and
things in the
Morgan.
Olliges household. Let's just say this.
Flawless.
Let's just put it this way. Things in the Olliges household have been perfect
Perfect. It's crazy.
over the last couple weeks.
Everyone's pooping regularly.
Yes.
No one's thrown a fit, not a single fit.
No fit?
No tears have been shed from our 2-year-old or 9-month-old. It's crazy how perfect our life is.
It is. Oh, it would be an undersell to say that it was bliss 24/7, because it's literally beyond that. It's
Well, we know it isn't
beyond that. If that was possible, it
because
is.
of the things you guys put out.
No. Y'all know we ain't never gonna be anything but real.
So we decided that that's still the we're still gonna do that. That's still the direction we're gonna go with our videos.
Yeah. We just might, take a pause, take a breather before we
film something heavy. Sorry for eating while we're doing this portion. I know that bothers
You literally could have filmed it at any other time, but go
some
off.
people. My apologies for real. In all reality, though, I just gotta say,
I think it's part of you trying to seem very, very real and authentic. But
like,
okay.
life has been good. It's been a good week. People are healthy, other than Morgan's infectious skin disease, which hopefully will.
Wow. Someone told me I had leprosy
The thing I'm watching my chat on is so pixelated. I hope that's not how
on Instagram.
Well, my leprosy
my
might.
video is coming up.
Well, I was just saying things are good. It's been a really blessed week.
Yes. All right, let's go watch some pickleball.
We need to go 3-on-1. We need to do.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're here. Tournament's about to start. Locking in. Once again, I always wish that I was past this, but I'm feeling those jitters. But I know that they're good. It's your body telling you you're about to do something important. So you harness them, you lock in. Really excited. Let's get this tournament started, baby. What are you guys doing over here?
Oh God.
Where are we? Don't spill it, buddy.
I prefer to edit out this stuff, and I'll have to edit it in YouTube Studio, all this good stuff.
This is a champ right here. This was not easy. We did not get babysitting. We wanted to.
I feel like this might be like a redemption arc for the last time they went to a tournament, and Morgan, like Paul basically forced Morgan to have a meltdown.
So she is literally watching the games and hanging out with this guy. Morgan, are you doing okay?
It's been great. It's been a great time.
Really?
Yeah. We've had a lot of fun. Luca made some friends.
At some point we all
First
decided
ad.
that we wanted to be chefs.
A lot of
I'll
love
give
in
it.
this dish.
Friends playing.
I'll give it to Jessa. We did not encounter any ads. I know sometimes with AdSense you can like put the ad breaks in there. She did not put any, so thanks, Jessa.
Oh, let's go. Guys, I didn't know if we'd be able to advance through the pool play into the playoffs. We have been fighting, we've been grueling, and we advanced. I think we're the 3 seed, so we still have a chance at the money, baby. We are 4 wins, 2 losses. It's been great
Money.
so far. A little bit of highs and lows, but I've really been pleased.
Oh, thank you. Video is clear. Okay. On the iPad, it was like really pixelated and bad for
Some
some
of the
reason.
moments and just seeing the hard work pay off. So let's get it in round 2, baby.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna be real. I hope Paul loses. I hope Paul comes in last place. I just don't like him. And because I know he watches a lot of stuff that is about him, which I don't know if I'll put him in the title or whatever, even if it's from somebody as small as me who has like 3, 4, 5 people like watching at a time, I don't just not like him because of no reason. He just seems like a really bad person, the way he treats his wife and his kids and the way he talks about people in general. Can't say it's for nothing, Paul. This is truly such a retirement activity.
What are you doing, Mama?
Hi,
More
I'm
kid
doing
stuff.
my makeup before the tournament today that I'm playing pickleball in.
What are you doing, Daddy?
Well, it was a long, hard pickleball day yesterday, so I'm using this bad boy to loosen up the muscles. Thank you for asking, Luca.
Morgan, it's tournament day for you. My tournament day was, I would just say, a mixed bag. We can talk a little more about that since people say, well, Paul doesn't open up. Morgan is always the one opening up. But before I do, you have poison ivy in all sorts of places.
In places no one should ever experience poison
Oh
ivy.
no.
Do you feel like that? I mean, I've seen you
How does one get poison ivy in places that nobody should have poison ivy?
struggling the past few days, and you've handled it like a champ. Going into your tournament, is it something that you feel like is going to be affecting you, or are you going to block it out?
I think once I get there, I'll block it out. I'll be distracted. I'll have adrenaline pumping.
Also, what a weird line of questioning. Like, hey Morgan, do you think your poison ivy is gonna affect you during pickleball, the most important thing in the world?
Through me, it'll be fine.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. You can do it. You have not had I'm just being real, like amazing tournament turnouts, I guess you could say.
Yeah, she's actually done better than you. I don't, for anybody who doesn't know, like watching now or in the future, at the last tournament, pickleball tournament they did, Pickleball Paul, who was trying to go pro in this sport for some fucking reason, was outdid by Morgan, who was the stay-at-home mom to their two children and like the primary parent for them 90% of the time.
Experiences.
You've had more losses than you've had wins.
Definitely. I don't even know what it
Well,
feels like to
so
win.
have you.
Do you
That's not true. You won like two or three games, you like made it to a final round that Paul did not last
feel
time.
like today
That's
might be
not
your
true.
best tournament yet?
I don't want to jinx it.
We don't believe in jinxes.
I do think it'll be my best one just
Okay, Dennis.
because I don't know why actually. I just think I'll just have a fun, chill time, but like also gonna crush it.
Good.
I feel like I feel like I've been playing well the past several times that I've gone out and played.
I agree.
So yes, I think it'll be good.
I personally think that it's going to be your best one yet. We're going to get your duper score up.
Yeah.
Paul is always talking like he's trying to train Morgan and like give her advice when she was demonstrably better than he was at the
It can
last
only go
tournament.
up. It can only go up from here. There's only one direction for it to go, and that's
Are you talking about yourself or are you talking about her? Because that's not the truth for
up.
her, but that's the truth for
If
you.
it goes down from here, oh, I'm quitting. I'm quitting.
So yesterday
What are you talking about? You did better than him last time.
was my tournament day. To be honest, like after the tournament ended, I was feeling kind of sad.
You missed Paul showing us affirmation. It was quick, but I think it started with "You're awesome at pickleball." That's that's so such a Paul thing. Some like affirmations from Paul are "You're so good at things that I think are worthy of being good at," and it's okay that you complain so much because at least you know. But actually, I take that back because I think it actually it's um what's the word? Oh my God, you can't have a pause like this while you're talking live. It makes Paul nervous. There's a different word I'm trying to use, but it makes Paul nervous and it feels a little weird that Morgan is better at pickleball than him when they do tournaments. And she is. She's won tournaments. Well, she hasn't won tournaments, but she's just gotten farther than he has. And he's the one who's doing the whole 6 months to pro pickleball kind of thing. And I think that's intimidating is the word I'm using. And he, like in the last video, which Jesus Christ, I could never watch again 'cause it made my blood boil so much, but he he talked her down and he convinced her that she was mad about something else and he convinced her it was about pickleball when it wasn't about pickleball. And even if it was about pickleball, she did better than he did in the tournament, so it didn't make any goddamn sense. He is a sociopath, possibly, allegedly, for
We ended
educational
up taking
purposes
fourth,
only.
which all in all isn't bad because there were some very competitive teams. To keep it brief, midway through
I also find it interesting, sorry for pausing so much, but that she's never on a team with Paul. She never chooses to be on a team with
the
Paul.
tournament, we were doing really well. There was a game when I just felt like I was playing great, and that was an amazing feeling because of all the hard work that I've put in. And then the very next game, some errors were made and came down a little bit, lost that game. During that game,
Errors.
I felt both of my legs cramp up a little bit. At this point in the game, or at this point in my journey, I feel like I've grown a lot mentally, but for whatever reason, feeling my legs cramp up really got me in not a great headspace. And it was really hard for me to lock back in to the way that I was playing, the energy that I had, the focus that I had, because I started being fearful that my body was going to cramp up big time. I was going to get Charlie horses and just be pretty much debilitated. Is that the right word?
Yes, dramatic, but yes.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing, is Morgan was telling
Dramatic is so right. Like, it is so right. What are you talking about? Yeah, every athlete worries about cramps and Charlie horses and being dehydrated, and it's just a
me
normal part of the
afterwards. She
thing.
was like, Paul, you tend to be almost play it too safe, and I guess she's got a point there, because in my mind I'm like, okay, I have to like really change the way I'm playing. I can't do explosive movements. I can't jump for balls like I
He can't explode. He can't explode.
was, because I got to protect my muscles to see if I can make
Sorry, that's another
it
reference.
through.
He tends to get scared / like, I think you have the subconscious.
I know, I can't with him either. He just is so, it just seems like he's always he's trying to push Morgan towards something he wants her to talk about. And he always looks at the camera in a way that it's like he's doing some kind of like specific face, and maybe I'm projecting for some reason, maybe I I don't know. But I think that the other tens of thousands of people who pick up on this, like kind of add a little bit of credibility to that, because it seems like he is so desperate to control the narrative at any given point.
And
Even when Morgan is obviously not worried about the narrative, like she's just trying to talk, and he's like, I gotta spin something. I gotta
just
spin a
fear
certain
of
story.
like your body's just gonna crumble, and like I don't know, it messes with him sometimes pretty significantly.
Okay, sorry. Well, one more pause for right now, but I think it's obviously it comes from a deep seated insecurity.
I think
I started thinking, and this is still like mid-game, I started thinking months out, and I can't do that, and I know I can't do that. I have to stay in the moment, but this has been an issue with me that I've had, where I start thinking long-term and become fearful of what could happen long-term. The Bible says, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough troubles as it is, and I think that kind of applies in some respects to this. But I started thinking, like, is my body going to be shutting down when I play in a pro tournament and I'm 7 games
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're mid-30s. And it's like, whatever if you want to worry about that. You didn't have this level of concern when your wife was going through like death-defying things during her pregnancy and birth, but yeah, if it's gonna stop you from pickleball, yeah, let's talk
in
about it.
playing the biggest game of my life, and then I'm getting Charlie horses. And again, it's like, well, I can do things to prepare
Sorry, if you see me looking at my phone, Chewy is
for that.
emailing
I
me,
clearly need
the animal supply.
to train my body to be prepared for these longer tournaments. Anyway, my mind got away from me for
Chewy
about a game and
customer
a half.
service.
I was able to lock back in and get another win under our belt, but at the end of the day, we should have had third. We should have got bronze. Instead, we got fourth, and I take a good amount of the blame for that.
But every
Wow,
tournament is a learning experience, and
you're
so we learn and we grow and we move forward. So it's fine. We're figuring it
Yeah, Paul seems so okay with that.
out.
It's very true.
Alright, well,
On to you.
this is the hair we're doing. I did this last tournament and it seemed to last and
It's cute. You
stay.
look
I
cute.
like your fit
I'm wearing the
today.
same outfit that I wore actually for the tournament in Tennessee with the jacket on right now.
I wear almost the same clothes every single time.
I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I didn't have my coffee this morning, and so I swung by Starbucks to get a sausage and egg sandwich for me to eat in a little bit. I'm not quite hungry yet.
We're boycotting Starbucks, but God, I miss their sandwiches. I do like those sandwiches.
But I also got a tall iced caramel macchiato. I'm telling myself right now, I'm only taking a couple sips. I'm not drinking it all because if I do, I'll be like super jittery. I'm very sensitive to coffee, but I didn't have my creamer and I ain't about to drink black coffee. I'm not a twisted human being.
If you're going to Starbucks, get a latte or something where they put milk in it.
So, cheers to tournament day. Here's the thing about Starbucks. Literally, you order the exact same thing every time and it tastes different every time.
What? That is not my experience.
I don't.
That's my experience with Dunkin'. Dunkin' gets it different every time. In a way that tastes good still somehow, but it's a little different every time. But Starbucks is usually pretty on.
This is why I am a huge fan of scooters. I have never once in my life been disappointed with them, but
Wait,
they were
no, Scooters isn't the funny one. That's the other
a
66
little bit out of the
brews or
way,
some
so I
shit.
couldn't swing by there. And also, I don't have any self-control when it comes to drinking one of those. There's no way I could stop myself from just drinking that entire thing. So, okay, I could if I really had to, if my life depended on it, but it doesn't. So, but this tastes like water, like milky water. So.
Sorry, I
It
just
will be
burped it.
easy to only.
I just burped into the microphone. I hope that wasn't loud.
All right, 2 games in, and you are 2-0, baby. Talk to us. How are you feeling?
Feel good. Taylor's turned it on for a tournament. It's been great.
Hey, baby, you having fun?
Yeah.
That's all. Let's go, Morgan. Let's go, Taylor. There he is. Show your face, Sam.
Seems like no, not if I don't have to on your vlog.
You need one. Hey, you just need one.
I wish I could be as excited about anything as these guys are about pickleball. That's not true. I get excited about things, but never mind. It's okay that they're excited about pickleball. Leave them alone.
Just a mom of 2 little babies out here winning gold medals.
Great job, you guys.
It's so Morgan won, and my husband just looked at me through the outside window and scared the shit out of me. I was about ready to scream. Anyway, so Morgan got a gold. Paul did not place anywhere. He didn't place.
Guys, yeah. All right, guys, we're still here at the Pickleball Club.
Fascinating.
What I just witnessed, to say I am shocked would be an understatement.
You know what? Like, fuck you for your beliefs, Morgan, but go. I hope you become a professional pickleball player in spite of Paul on accident. Like, I hope you're so good. People come to these tournaments and they're like, you need to be a professional, and it eats Paul's goofy hair gelled ass up.
And I'm being totally serious. When I saw the team they were going up against for
totally
the gold medal match, I was just like, I don't see how Morgan and Taylor can pull this one out. And they stinking came back, best out of 3, lost the first game, came back and won the next 2 to win gold. Unbelievable.
My face is cramping from smiling.
In that last game, what were you thinking about? What were you
So
feeling?
happy for you.
I just thought, I stinking want this. I have gotten this far. Are you kidding me? I'm playing for the gold medal match. I'm a mom. I play once a week.
I'll save that. I'll save that rant.
Let's just say I'm going pro with Paul.
I never considered this
Go
in the
pro.
realm of
Go
possibility.
pro. Go
I
pro.
feel
Go pro before Paul.
great, amazing.
Do
I'm
it.
shook.
Do it.
Can't believe that I'm here. Now I just want to go kiss my baby.
Oh, that is so satisfying that she is just like better naturally at pickleball in every conceivable way than Paul is. And Paul has been putting in like 8 hour to 10 hour to 12 hour days trying to be a professional, and she just beats his ass every time.
I thought you were going to say kiss your husband.
Oh, and that. I've been waiting for a victory kiss from you.
Jeff's
Oh, I'm sorry.
kiss.
I am so proud.
Not that, right?
For quite some time.
This is a big deal what you and Taylor pulled off today. I'm so proud of you guys. Yeah, baby.
We made this beautiful sign. Like, comment, subscribe.
Do you think?
Our tiny picture.
Do you think this sign was just one small thing that maybe excelled you?
No, it carried us. Oh, wow, guys. I'm literally in shock over here. I
I'm
can't
not.
believe it. Like, I can believe it, but I can't believe it because.
I love it for you just because of how insecure it's gonna make Paul.
Oh my goodness. I'm just a mom of 2 little babies. I'm just out
Yeah,
here
you keep
playing
saying that.
pickleball once a week. And like those people that we went up against are stinking good, and they play
Why wouldn't a mom of 2 little babies be able to beat another pickleball team? Is my question there.
the time. I mean, they play all the time, and it's, yeah, I just can't believe that. So no one get mad at Paul for being like.
There's moms in every professional sport. I mean, Serena Williams is mom, correct? The best athlete on the planet. Like, she keeps saying, not that I get what she means, I think, but she just keeps saying, I'm just a mom of 2 little babies, like kind of derogatorily almost. Like, I shouldn't be able to be good at this. Mothers have excelled throughout history in every single,
Like, I was so shocked.
and it's so great that you're better than Paul.
He's just an honest man,
For
but
my
like,
own
I'm so
purposes
shocked too.
and
Like,
feelings.
I'm not shocked because I really wanted it, and I was just like, why not me? You know? I mean, why not me?
Why
Because I don't
not?
play as much. But I was like, no, we're gonna freaking win this!
Maybe having the discipline and energy you get from having to, or motivation you get from being a full-time mom to 2 children without another parent participating helped motivate you.
I literally cannot believe
I
it.
know, I'm sorry for pausing so much. That's just, I'm just getting digs in at Paul any chance I get because I hate his ass.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely crazy. I mean, wow, 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 wow. Can't believe I did that.
If it made
So
you
to
that
all you
happy, I'm
moms out
so
there who are
excited.
like, I don't have time, or I can't do that right now. Yes, you can. Find time to do that thing that you want to do.
Let's, sorry to pause again so quickly, but just that last video, the last video that of theirs that blew up was a pickleball tournament, and that makes me wonder if they did this maybe as a way to quell, people who were giving them criticism. But Paul had convinced her that she was so upset because she had lost that pickleball tournament, and when it was completely Paul's fault that she was upset, completely unrelated to pickleball. So it is like there's a gratifying thing from her being so excited
I'm not
that
saying
she
throw your kids to the curb and don't be a
did
good
better.
mom. Like, being
No.
an amazing mom comes first. A mom and a wife, like, that comes first, okay? Like, let's get that out there, get that clear. But, like, man, this was just so fun and so good for me as a mom.
I'm
Now
glad.
I get to go show my baby boys, like, look what your
Also, it's like the fundy approach of don't throw your kids and husband to the side to do anything you want. Although, but Paul gets to do that. Paul gets to throw you and the kids to the side to try to become a professional pickleball player. Uh, and you didn't do any of that, and you beat him. So, I don't know. Two thoughts I could not connect that feel related.
Well, guys, big announcement. I'm going pro with Paul in pickleball.
I had 2 people yesterday say, Paul, I think your wife may be going pro before you. And if that happens, it happens. And I will be a very
Go, go, go! Oh,
supportive husband.
will you, Paul? Will you watch the kids for 12 hours a day while Morgan does 8-hour training? Are you gonna do that? I doubt it.
Be the stay-at-home dad he thought he was gonna be when he married me.
That wasn't the realm of possibility with Morgan
Look at the
music.
light leave his eyes.
Honestly, a great weekend. Really thankful for weekends like this and just seeing you, knowing
That
that
just
that's
made me
inside of you. It's just
so
like a
happy.
true competitor that wants to go all out with something like that and was able to leave it all on the court, tap into this zone that you
Leave it
rarely
all
get
on
in.
the court.
It was really exciting for me to watch. And
But
also
you
just,
rarely get to.
you,
My dog.
as mothers are so invested here at home, pouring into our kids, and then seeing you be able to go and celebrate.
I bet you didn't think 8 hours a day with your kid. He was training all day for months, and she still beat him. That was
Like
so.
victories was great, and
Maybe God is real.
I'm so glad for you, baby.
Thanks. It was so fun.
GoPro
I couldn't
Morgan,
believe it. I'm still in shock.
leave his ass in the
I keep
dust.
watching the video of the final point.
Oh my God, that little like smile. It looked like the emoji that's like I might need to screen cap that for this. I don't know. No, I have Jessa. Anyway,
our friend Sam took and just like all of our pickleball friends there
so
cheering
good.
us on, and I just keep smiling. I'm like, oh, so fun.
Man, I know we are very fortunate.
Yeah.
We are very fortunate. No, she is because she has natural
Thankful
athletic ability.
for the pickleball community. Crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's a really cool just mission field to be able to love these people well and try to be administrators of the gospel with them, because that's at the core of everything that we do.
Yeah.
And there's other Christians in this circle that we can encourage and then look to love people that don't know Christ.
Okay.
So that's a cool thing. I have some good takeaways moving forward. I was chat GPTing yesterday how to have better endurance and prevent cramping for the long tournaments, and it just showed me that there's more that I need to be doing. I'm doing a lot, yeah, but there's more I need to be doing, and so just continuing to step
This
things
makes
up.
him feel
So I will do
so
that.
inferior.
Amen.
Look at his back. He seems like he is like so. Ugh. Like, yeah, there's more I need to be doing. I don't know, Paul. I don't know. You did like 12-hour days for a really long time for months and left Morgan home alone with the kids, and it might just be natural athletic talent that you don't have. And will you ever accept that? I don't
Life
know.
is good. We are about to head to see Nate and Sutton. And perhaps
Maybe we'll vlog.
I'm so glad I watched
Great
this.
time. We'll
That
play
made
some
me feel
pickleball there,
so happy.
Of course. And this was one of those vlogs
And
where
she's like
it was
beaming.
nice because nothing overly dramatic or emotional happened. And that is, to be honest, like that's a lot.
This is one of those good vlogs because I held it in and did not gaslight the shit out of Morgan at some point to make her have a breakdown.
The reality is that is like most of our life. But in my mind, when we're vlogging and then something
Interesting that you're bringing this up while she's
does
on a
come
high.
up, I'm like, okay, this is good too, because this is part of our life, and this is a cool opportunity to share this part of our life. But obviously, we're figuring out the balance there.
Yes.
Comment below, you guys, if you have any questions for us, or if there's any parts in this video that stood out to you. Shout out again to Morgan for being a true fighter.
Go,
And
Morgan, go, Morgan, go, Morgan.
we're excited for our next vlog with you guys. We love you all. Be blessed.
I don't love
Have
you.
hope.
And be free.
Okay. Alright, that's got to be the end there. I am glad I watched that though, because that just gave me so much happiness knowing that Morgan is better at pickleball than Paul when he's been ditching her with the kids for like 8 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours at a time, and she might actually go pro before him. I don't know anything about professional pickleball players, but that does fill me with so much joy. And it does seem to get to Paul so badly. So, alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. But I am glad I did that. If you're still around, stuck around for Paul and Morgan, if I can figure out a way to break those up, I will, because I feel like people need to see the Paul and Morgan one where she does so well in pickleball. Yeah, he does. He hates it so much. Oh, did you guys hear Jack? If you did hear Jack, I'm sorry. We have a neighbor pug who he barks at a lot, and the pug is out pretty much all day. So, but if you stuck around, thank you. If you watched Jessa, thank you. We'll probably be back next Saturday, and I'm on a high. Good for Morgan. Hope Morgan goes pro. I hope Paul has to be a stay-at-home dad for 12 hours at a time and experience her life that he constantly made her feel like she was over exaggerating, like the stress from what she had to deal with two young children under 5 all the time, every day while he was playing pickleball. So, see you guys. Or I yawned. I was in the middle of saying something. See you guys next Saturday, possibly.